greeted me and greeted my wife, who we'd never seen. I know hardly anybody here has ever seen her. She decided to come to this event, and I was struck by how poised and gracious Ian is. And so I just wanted to say that's how you come across to me, and it's great to have that coming out now, because I think when you first got here, maybe the language was a little bit in the way of seeing that, and that's not an issue anymore. So I'm glad to have made your acquaintance this whole time, and I'd like to welcome you up. We'll switch slides to have you start the program at the end.
I can help.
Again, he's on time.
IT guy.
There you go.
You're on.
So, for those who doesn't know me, I'm living right now in the US. I'm from Spain, and I came here in August, and I'm 17 years old. And we're in Spain, so I actually live here. It's my region. It's called Arano. My name is here. Barcelona is here. So it's like I don't need to there in front. In Aragon, I live in Zaragoza, which is here. It's called, we in Spain have provincias. So I live here. It's the city of Zaragoza. It's the fourth biggest city in Spain. But I live like in a little town like Sebastopol, 10 miles away, and it's like 8,000 people living there, not too much. My family, this is those are my parents. His name is Jesus, her name is Elena. My father is a college teacher in the University of Zaragoza, and my mom is a journalist. Those are my siblings. Her name is Iguazu, so I difficult for you guys to understand, but a lot of people is. She's 15 years old, and the other guy is my brother. He's 12 years old. His name is Tyler. I have a big family because my father has 7 siblings, so I have a lot of cousins and uncles, and I'm very grateful for them. Yeah. How we used to, when we got together, we could fight each other, like with all the birthdays. Yeah, it's a really good environment. My friends, I played field hockey in Spain, and I'm pretty close to my teammates because we used to travel like around Spain almost every weekend, because field hockey is not really huge in Spain, so we have to move around to get to play some games. And the other guys are my friends that don't play field hockey. Yeah, this is in Portugal actually. What I like to do, I like to play field hockey. Of course, for those who don't know what it is, it's here. I like to hike with my family. This is in the Pyrenees. I like to travel. This summer back in Europe. It's in Greece, the Parthenon, in Athens, and I like to read too. What I would like to become in the future, I'm not pretty sure yet, but I really know that I like the chemistry applied to the human body. So I don't know if I wanna study medicine or biochemistry. Alright, so here we get to my year in Sebastopol, California. How outcome that I think that I did here. So actually in Spain, Rotary is not that common as here in USA. In my big city, it's the fourth biggest in Spain. There's only one club from Rotary. So like almost nobody knows about Rotary in Spain. So one friend of mine that is now in Tennessee, he was gonna do the exchange, so I talked to him and finally he came up to me. And yeah, so I think I got a better place than him. So yeah, I came the 12th of August, 2014, and I'm gonna leave the 19th of June. Just 1 month, almost 1 month of this year. Yeah, that's like the first night I came with Susan and David. Tiny restaurant in San Francisco. I barely knew how to speak English, but yeah, we got to go make it something. It's yeah. San Francisco is the Sealands with Mark Stevens, who belongs to the basketball club. He was my second host father, and yeah. We're 18 exchange students from all over countries like France, Spain, Belgium, Denmark, Italy, Brazil, Hungary, Paraguay, Thailand, Sweden, Germany, yeah, a lot of countries. Even though we're like from very different places, we have known how to get together, how to like become really close. So now I have friends almost in every country in this world, so it's really good. Alright, so this I'm gonna kind of sum up my year here. In the fall when I came here, I don't know, I got like more trouble with the language, but I was getting over and I finally did. I think this is the fourth homecoming, which in Spain we don't have. So it was really for me, like all the rest stood out. It was really a great experience. It's in Los Angeles with David and Susan, whom I'm really thankful for them to take them to a lot of places. Also in the picture above this. The picture above this one. They drove all the way until Golden City just for one Saturday to like meet with some friends on these things. And it was a really great nice experience going there out. And in San Francisco during the trip of Rotary, of one of these mandatory trips, we had a great time with exchange students. So in Los Angeles, we moreover visiting probably the most known place in Los Angeles. We also got to go to Universal Studios, and the son of Susan and David, Clay, he's a publicist in Hollywood, and he got us to see the premiere of the movie that won the Best Picture, Birdman. So it was really nice. During winter, I switched families, like in the 1st of December. I went to Mark Stevens' house. Probably some of you guys know him. And it was really nice. For Christmas, we went to the Sealands. We had a great time there. And then I got to, with Larry Ford, also in the basketball club. He invited me to fly around Sonoma County with in his plane, in his aircraft, so it was really nice. And other things I did in winter, for example, David took me and other exchange students to Tahoe for my birthday. I got to ski like 2 days. There was hardly, this winter, it hardly snowed, but we were lucky because just that weekend, it was snowing while we were skiing, so it was probably one of the few weekends that we could ski, so it was really nice to be my birthday. And I've been to Alcatraz this winter with a Brazilian friend, my exchange. from Helsinki. Yeah. So spring I think spring has been probably the season in which I felt more like belonging to USA, belonging like to with people, like meeting more friends. Probably because I joined the swim team here in Italy. I had a hard time actually having making friends here in Italy. And I think I joined the swim team has been so great for me. Even though I didn't swim back in Spain, but it doesn't matter, that doesn't really matter, so it was a really good experience during the swimming class. Just 2 weeks ago we had the SEALs, and I made one final, so it was a good season. With this spring I also got to sail around the bay twice with Mark Stevens' daughter. She lives in a boat in the Marina Falkland. So it was just a really great experience passing through below the Golden Gate Bridge. And well, this spring I just switched families. Like 1 month and a half ago, I moved from Mark Stevens' house to Jackie Moreira house. Maybe some of you guys know her. She's in the basketball club also as well. And yeah, we got to go to the Christian conference. Some of you guys were there. We went to the cemetery. It was a really nice time. Even though it was raining, it was cold. I only wore shorts. So, yeah, I wasn't ready for that, but it was really cool. Even though we went 1 day. Yeah, we had like a really emotional presentation for our exchange, and a lot of these guys are going to go to the Water Safari trip, but not me. So it was kind of it was the last time I saw some of my friends, so it was really special. But I'm gonna try to see most of them. Alright, so around sports, I've been really lucky to go to sports because first of all I didn't know baseball when I came here. So it was in Spain we don't have baseball, so it was hard to understand it, but it's reason that it was like almost every game at home. So it was like kind of playing with me. I got to go 3 times to the 2 Giants games, so it seemed really nice. And I also went to 1 A's game, and with the Warriors, I actually I used to follow the Warriors when I was back in Spain, like when they weren't as well as they are now. And yeah, it was probably when I came here, like one of the first teammates that I saw with David and Raymond was right. So I hope that we go to some Warriors game. It's like one of the first teammates that we Saints. Yeah, I got like he was I went to 3 games in the Warriors. It's a great experience too. One of the biggest part of my experience here probably it has been while I was in Hawaii. It was like 2 months ago probably. We were 48 students from the West Coast. It was a really sad experience. We went to Oahu. We stayed in a hotel with the shoreline in Waiheke Beach here, you can see. We went to snorkeling in Hanauma Bay too. Yeah, we surfed in Waiheke Beach. We went to Pearl Harbor. It was such a great experience. Some people tell me that I mean I stay going to Hawaii instead of going to the Water Safari, but I don't regret. So yeah, that's Hawaii. And I met like a lot of people, just 48 students, but from all over the world. And only 1 week, for example, with that guy, it's a regular student here, but I know this guy from Sweden from this visit, but this guy, in like 1 week we got so close. So probably in Europe we're going to get to everyone times. here we come to last Saturday prom, which was really nice. It was like one of the fanciest proms in the story of Langley. We went to the AT&T Park Center, AT&T Park, the Dagger Stadium. It was probably like one of the only times you're gonna see the stadium empty. And yeah, that was my day. The friends I went with. It was such an experience, yeah. And only one funny thing that I have to say, for going here like to the beach, to the field, there were some tickets that you had to buy, but not buy, like let's book, and I missed them, so I went with some friends. Like I kind of sneaked out, and there was one guy asking for the tickets, and I said, "Oh, I don't understand. I'm from Spain. I lost my ticket." And he's like, "Go ahead." That was that guy. It was sweet. Yeah, it was basically my year. Now I'm open to questions. Bruce?
And what was your biggest surprise? What was your biggest surprise coming here and learning something that you didn't expect?
I've got a lot of them, like every day I'm going over and kind of getting used to it, but probably the most biggest was the driving thing, because when I came here they told me that I couldn't drive, and I didn't really care about that, because in Spain we can until we're 18, but we don't really need it. So now here, like all the culture of driving really surprised me, and like without not being able to drive, it's like kind of limiting me. Kind of, I'm so more different than I was in Spain. Because in Spain you can just take buses and trains, just free public transportation. So that's probably one of the biggest issues. A question? Yeah.
What will you miss when you go back home?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna miss things, of course. I don't really thought about it, but
About hamburgers?
like some. Well, no, it's still we got to. We all the different thing. We got all the same stuff. So, but I don't know. Like here is different. So, like staying like so pretty close to the beach, for example. Like some people in the area want to miss them. Some people from my exchange, yeah, like families, for example, like they I don't know, like yeah. It's different. Yeah, like I'm kind of halfway between I want to go home because they have I don't know parts like saying don't leave. So yeah.
Alberto Contador is currently 3 seconds in the lead in the Giro d'Italia. Do you follow your great Spaniard bike rider?
Yeah, I really used to. Yeah, not this year. I don't follow I don't usually follow the Giro. I just follow the Tour de France, the La Vuelta a España. But yeah, like everything of that started when I was like 4 years old. And I watched it with my parents all the Lance Armstrong's wins. Like he was my idol when I was young. Yeah, I really liked it. It was that sad that he was in the doping. But yeah, I really enjoyed the bike rides, the mountain things of the Tour de France.
Yeah, he's trying for a double of the Giro and then the Tour, so we're rooting for Contador.
It's yes.
Hi, Steve. What do you think about the food here, and how do you compare it with the food back home?
Well, the food has also been a big issue, because in Spain, for example, I think that there's more of a variety or like very culture with the food. For example, here during lunch, like everyone tries to get lunch as they can. It's not really like a big meal. You just have to like fix yourself something. For example, in Spain, my father after work, he gets home like at 2, 3, and he cooks food every day for lunch. And we have like a familiar, like dinner or familiar lunch. It's kind of very more late than here. It's a different culture. For example, we eat lunch at 3 o'clock, and then we have dinner at 9:30, 10. Yeah, so it's really late for people here. But it was pretty early for me. They put here and I got the lunch times here, so but I got used to it. I really miss the food in Spain. Here, like varieties. For example, paella, miss it. Yeah, my parents are both such good cookers, some such good cooks. So yeah, that's why. Yeah.
What are your plans next year? Next year, what do you?
Next year, so next year I'm actually a senior here in LA, but I actually am a junior. I will be a junior in Spain here too, but they signed me up. They just signed me up in senior year to live all the senior year because it's more fun, and that's true. But I don't know, when I go back to Spain, I have to still do my study my senior year, and in order to get the universities in Spain, you have to do like a big test after senior year. So senior year is not like these senior years, really tough for this one. So I think my grades this year are gonna be enough good to next year, not only to go to senior year. So I'm still thinking about it, like either repeating my junior year or going through my senior year. So I don't know, I have to talk to some people in Spain about all that stuff. But my grades not.
I have a question for you. Did you go to, I assume that you went to Annalee, you're going to Annalee now, is that right?
Yeah.
And second question, did you meet your date or girlfriend at Annalee or somewhere else?
I don't know, she's not my girlfriend, but yes, she's in Annalee, yeah. She's in the same team, and I'm being a TA in Spanish now, and she's in that class, and yeah, we got close, and I asked her out for it.
So I have a final question. In the small town near where you live or your family lives,
Yeah.
do they have the tradition of going out after dinner on the Ron Blas to, 10, 11, 12 o'clock? Like
Yeah.
we go elsewhere? Tell us
Yeah.
maybe a little bit about
Like
that.
in weekends, there's like, for example, downtown here compared to the downtown of the basketball, it doesn't have to. It's not like similar at all, because we have like a huge square where there's like different kind of cafeterias or bars, and you can just people like usually go after in the week, sometimes the weekends, they just go out more in summer, and there's like a really good environment without cars in the square, so you can really just kind of hang out, like, really nice. Yeah. Good questions? Yes.
What are you cooking for us Friday night?
Oh, yes, so Friday night, the dinner for the fundraiser in Hawaii. It's going to be in Joe's house, and I'm gonna cook Spanish fried eggs, not fried eggs, broken eggs, which is kind of fried potatoes with fried eggs, broken, and then with some pate on it. So I think it's good. And then we're just gonna do garbanzo beans, some kind of Spanish taco, some salad, and then for dessert, ice cream with turron. Turron is kind of a thing that we in Spain, usually more for Christmas, but also we make. And yes, it's really good.
again how proud we all are of you for coming from a far country and coming here. It always sounds good when you are in the other country and you're saying, oh, I'm going to go to another country and that will work well, but there were some really tough parts, especially when you first get here. So being a student at Annalee, when you first get there, that's a pretty lonely experience, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, because after when I came here, I was like thinking about making like really good friends in the day one, and that didn't really happen. I remember like the second day of school when I got home, I was like, oh, why did I come here? I just want to leave now. But yeah, I don't know. It's not really like the first day you have a lot of people that go to meet you, but you expect them to like be like trying to get close to you, but that doesn't really happen unless you do something. I mean, it's just normal. Now I don't blame anyone, but yeah, it's kind of tough to get close to people. Yeah, even more when you just can't hear and you're not that skillful with English. So that's another toughest part.
Well, I admire how you managed that and how tough it was. So one more thing, this is a tough question and I didn't prepare you in advance. How are you different than you were when you came here? How will you be different when you go back to Spain? What change did this bring?
Well, so I think that I'm more dependent now than I was when I came. Just like going out from your comfortable zone that I say, and where you have everything. It's like a very challenging thing. When you're that kind of young, that young one. Yeah, so it's one of the toughest parts, like going out from your family, for your group of friends, and come here alone and try to like make yourself a place, like almost like another home. And yeah, I think I'm more dependent because now like I can work more by myself, but now more than in Spain when I was here. I was there, and yeah, like I don't really, I need people, but like not that when I came here I need like a group of kids to hang out with. Now, yeah, I can hang with people, so in that sense, I can go more by myself. And of course, the English, I'm more different. I can speak with all of you guys now. Kind of good as well. Yeah, that's a lot of opportunities in the future.
Thank you very much. Always, as a tradition, provide a gift for our speakers. You may have noticed. And in Spain, a little Pinot for polio would be fine, but not here. Instead, we're providing you with this lovely chocolate that you can share with whomever, thanks to Tennessee. And also make a donation in your name to the Animal Polio Now campaign. So I'd like you also to help us out with the drawing. This is a tradition.
Okay.
Except, you know what? I'm ill prepared. Oh, look, candid for one. We have some money and stuff, and a batch of cards, because there was a recent winner. So, to make sure all the little tickets are in here. Please draw one. Give you the last four numbers.
2281.
No, okay.
So this is Darlene's thing.
Nancy wins again.
So every Sunday, this blonde sits in front of the TV for the Super Bowl, thing. Oh, please God, let me win, this kind of thing. And every Sunday she doesn't win. The next Sunday she's there, the next Sunday she's there, the next Sunday she's there, and she goes, oh God, why don't I win? God comes down and says, you need to buy a ticket. This is Darlene, so this is Darlene. Which one's Darlene?
I don't know.
She's there. That one.
But it's a no. All right, well,
Sorry.
then,
This isn't mine.
thank you, sir. Yeah, I know we've got. What's it called here? It's supposed to be a joke, too,
It did, didn't it?
It's the story of her life.
Oh.
Recap. It's all passing before my eyes again. Look. Yeah. John and Terrell Mitch provided a door prize. Still is. I know. Where's John?
Okay, he knows the door
Yeah.
prize.
So, we go. So, we have still very true.
Okay, Luke. So in honor of the hospital opening soon, I thought I'd tell a healthcare joke. So a nurse gets off work and she rushes to the bank to cash a check. And she gets up to the teller and she goes to endorse the check. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a rectal thermometer. And she starts to sign the check. And then she realizes her mistake and she pauses and she looks at the teller and she says, "Great, it's just great. Some asshole probably has my pen."